How's it going, everyone? We're going to take a look at another movie in today's Black Ops 2 class setup. The recently revamped Total Recall movie has been highly requested in the comments of my videos. It came out of the cinema a fair while ago, but I didn't actually get around to seeing it until it came out for rent. But even if you're a big fan of the original Arnie version, I definitely advise checking it out. It's a really good movie and it takes on the story in kind of a different perspective. Plus I'd advise checking it out just because Kate Beckinsale is hot!
What can I say? I give good wife.
So let's jump straight in and take a look at some weapons setup for this Total Recall 2012 class setup. The most prominently featured weapon in the movie is the Vector submachine gun. Just about all the characters use this weapon, from the police officers as well as the main cast. Obviously being quite a futuristic looking weapon, it fits in perfectly to the future theme of the movie. All the Vectors in the movie are set up with a Neotech holographic sight, foregrip and a little tactical light. In game we've obviously got the foregrip and the EOTech sight attachments, so we'll go for these two attachments as our first couple of choices. Then we'll run the primary gunfighter wildcard in order to equip the laser sight, which is kind of a reference to those tactical lights shown on the weapons in the movie. For our side down we've got a couple of choices. We can either take inspiration from Jessica Biel's character and equip the B-23R to relate to the Beretta 92 used in the movie. Both weapons look pretty similar, and the Beretta 92 in the movie is converted to fire full auto, which is kind of similar to the B-23R's 3-round burst in game. Otherwise we can take inspiration from Kate Beckinsale's character Laurie and equip that Executioner pistol to relate to that cool looking Rhino revolver pistol used in the movie.
Tell me what is going on.
But I personally like to use weapons that actually work in game, so I'm going to go with that B-23R. So that kind of covers all the main weapons used in the movie, so let's move on and take a look at some perks and Score Street awards to finish off this Total Recall setup. After the incident in the Recall shop, Doug Quaid realises he's some top secret agent and soon finds out he's being tracked by the federal police. Both the original and the new movie show some imaginative ways of removing that tracking device from his body. Obviously in Arnie's movie he has to pull it out of his nose with that little grabber device. And in the new movie he has to kind of carve that cell phone thing out of his hand. But once he does so, it stops him from being tracked by the other agents and the federal police. So in game we'll go with the perk 1 Greed and equip the 2 stealthy perks from slot 1 to help us remain undetected by the enemy and the enemy's air support. These 2 perks obviously being Ghost and Blind Eye. Probably not making the most of Ghost since we're not combining it with a suppressed weapon, but as long as we keep ourselves on the move and relocate after taking out a couple of targets, it's going to help us stay alive. While that Blind Eye perk is also going to help us stay alive and rack up our own kill streaks without being annoyingly gunned down by any enemy Score Street rewards. Then it's that scene in the Recall shop where Doug Quaid realises he's got some cool martial arts skills and manages to take out a big group of federal police with some hand-to-hand combat. So in game to relate to this we'll go with the Fast Hands perk for slot number 2.
You're gonna wish you had 3 hands.
With us using both that Vector and the B-23R, it's going to make it easy to switch between these 2 weapons in any hot firefights. We're not using the extended clip attachment on the Vector, so we might find ourselves running short on bullets, so we can quickly switch out to the B-23R and use a couple of bursts to finish off any bad guys. So let's move on and finish off this setup with a look at some Score Street awards. Once again, to relate to the fact that it removes that tracking device to avoid being hunted down by the federal police, we'll go with the counter UAV Score Streak. Even with the Ghost perk, enemies are still going to be able to see us on the radar since we're not using a suppressed weapon, so that counter UAV is going to help disrupt their radar, so there's no chance of being hunted out. In the movie we saw some cool little laser lasso gun that's used by the synthetic robot police. This kind of sends out that luminous lasso that captures criminals and stops them in their tracks. And the shape of the fins on this little gadget kind of reminded me of the Guardian. Plus the Guardian's Score Streak kind of works in the same way, and it inhibits enemy movement and snares them in your little trap. Then for our third and final Score Street award, we'll just go with the Escort drone, which has some similarities to those magnetic hovercar things we see in the movie. While those hovercars in the movie don't exactly have any weapons and fight back, it did make for a cool car chase scene, and it helped Doug Quaid and Melina escape from the feds. So definitely check out the new Total Recall movie and give this setup a try in game. I've tried something a little bit different in this video and used clips from the actual movie, so let me know down in the comments if you think this adds to the quality of the video and makes it more enjoyable. I think a Rambo setup is definitely on the cards for some time in the future, and maybe even a Matrix setup to play as Neo, but let me know down in the comments if you can think of any other movies that would be a particularly good fit for Black Ops 2. If you've just stumbled across my video and liked what you saw, don't forget you can subscribe to stick around for plenty more of these movie themed class setups, as well as my other setups that help you get good scores in game, or just have some fun. Come and give me a follow on Twitter or Facebook if you want to chat about anything gaming or Black Ops 2 related. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.